Hey everyone, welcome to KevLogs episode number. Do you really care? This one is going to be something that's going to affect me very deeply. I don't know if you understand, but I'm going to try and explain my side of things. And you're like, Mr. Kev, I thought you just put out something. Why would you put out another video right after it? Time's call for it. And I really want to talk about this. Don't mind, my AC is not working. So I'm going to sweat a little because otherwise, if I turn on the fan, you're going to hear a lot of and you don't want that. Back in 2014, I was a musician who was more into metal, hard rock, grunge, post-grunge, post-rock, or whatever you want to call these things. I never looked beyond that side of things, even though I knew there were other forms of music. I've always believed in that rock being the ultimate goal for a musician, right? Then there was this movie that came out. Movies have had a huge influence on how I perform as a musician, how I create as a musician, how I create as an artist, how things get colored in my head, mainly due to movies. And one such movie is this movie called Get On Up from back in 2014 or 15, I believe. I don't know when it came out. And I remember watching this. This is a biopic on James Brown. And if you don't know who James Brown is, he's known as the father of funk. And the movie was starring Chadwick Boseman. Unfortunately, we lost Chadwick Boseman just today, a few minutes back. The news has been out. From the time that I've recorded this, I'm guessing it would have been a few hours. I believe what Chadwick Boseman embodied was not just the soul. He embodied every single move. He managed to pull in every single expression on his face that was very reminiscent of James Brown, and it's not easy to do a James Brown. And I remember watching that movie and going like, wow, why haven't I ever seen funk? Why haven't I ever tried playing funk? For most of you who are new here and who don't know my music, they are influenced a lot by funk. And you wouldn't believe that it's not something that I used to listen to from when I was young. I've grown up listening to country and a slight bit of rock. Never into funk, but this movie kind of changed me, kind of colored my sight into wondering what I could do with funk. And now when you listen to my music, they're mostly inspired by funk. They're mostly funk centric. And there is this sense of gratitude towards the funk community. And there's a lot of artists that I really admire and I really enjoy. And one such artist is James Brown. And the only reason I know James Brown is because of Chadwick Boseman and his portrayal. The movie might not be the best thing in the world, but his portrayal was enough to convince me to go and check out funk. I cannot imagine what Mr. Kev would be without this influence. Will this deeply affect me? I believe so. He played a character that's influenced me, and he has influenced me. He influenced that change. He sprouted that seed that wanted to learn more about funk. This is a very inspirational personality, and I'm deeply saddened. R.I.P. Chadwick Boseman. You have been an inspiration. Many of you guys know him because of Black Panther, but I know him as the Funk Daddy, one who portrayed Funk Daddy like no one else. I mean, you can compare this to Joker if you want, because guys, listen, Black Panther is a commercialized. Hey, I love Black Panther, no offense, but it's a commercialized film. You don't get to see his acting prowess in this film all that much. Go watch Get On Up. It's such an underrated film, and I watch a lot of these musician-centric films because I relate to them as a musician. There's a little bit of inspiration that you get out of these movies. A big thank you to Chadwick Boseman for doing that movie and changing my life. Very, very few people can do something like that. Not many people even know about this, right? A big loss to the movie community and, the black community in general. Such a gold dude. Like, I believe that he is a much better actor than what he's given credit for. I truly hope that people see that in him and go watch his former films, enjoy it as much as I did, and get inspired as much as I did. This guy managed to embody the all great Funk Daddy's moves. Like how is that even possible? The father of funk, who was James Brown, his moves are so difficult. Like it's quite impossible to even think about moves like that. And he managed to embody it. Like no one else. Like no one else. I wish people saw such movies more often. There is even a movie, it's called Miles Ahead. It's another actor who has acted in the Marvel films. He comes as War Machine. I'm forgetting the name of the actor, but yes, he is the one who directed the film as well. He even played the main character of Miles Davis, and it's such a brilliant film. I love the film. It's an indie film, and I love the vibe it gives. I love the entire thing, and it's such an underrated film. Nobody talks about it. These are gems that we are all missing out on. So go watch these films, keep supporting these people, and feel inspired. Who knows where you get inspiration from? Like the great Krishna once said, inspiration could hit you anytime. Get inspired watching these films. Maybe you might feel influenced and inspired to do funk like I did when you watch Chadwick Boseman play James Brown. Let me know down on the comment section if you guys have seen another film of his that nobody talks about, and I would like to watch that. There's apparently another biopic that I haven't watched about a baseball player, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm gonna try and watch that. A sad day, but on the brighter side, it's about someone who inspired me. Yeah, I'm sure he's getting a lot of love from the comic book movie community as Black Panther. But from my side, I am a musician who's been influenced into listening to another form of music because of what he's done in another form of art. That's insane if you ask me. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys on the next one.